All right, guys, we are live, and this is episode 21. Um, Beast Mode podcast. We kind of just do things a little different. We don't have a great set schedule, but we're trying to get things back in order. But anyways, this episode 21, and we are tuned in here with two fellow 54 pullers, Kevin Palko, Levi Knight. What is up, guys?
Not much.
Another day in paradise, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For those of you who don't know, Levi from Louisiana, my man Kevin, he's from Cleveland, Ohio. And guys, these two guys are two of the top 154 pullers in the country. And, maybe even further. Kevin's competed overseas. Is my camera flickering?
Yeah, it is.
I think yours and Chris's both are. It looks like mine and Kevin's are pretty good.
Yeah, y'all's are good. That's weird. I don't know. It might be because of the background.
Maybe the background.
It's all right, man. No one wants to see me anyway. But anyways, Kevin's competed overseas. Big time matches over there. Levi's on his way up. Everybody knows him. So the reason why we got you guys on here, you guys got an upcoming match at Winter Blast. And just y'all dive into that a little bit and tell us about your match. Kevin, if you want to start off.
Yeah, so it's March 22nd, Friday night at Winter Blast, just outside of Philadelphia. I don't even remember how it came about. I don't know if you asked me, Levi, or if Ryan asked.
Yeah, I think I had asked him actually. He had invited me to come on his podcast, and he was trying to coerce me to come to Winter Blast, and I was like, man, maybe if I could get a big match. He's like, who do you want to pull? I was like, Kevin Palko. He's like, I'll totally ask him.
Yeah, and I knew about Levi. I seen that he won Louisiana State, so I mean, though he's not high in the national rankings, I still think he's a worthy opponent. So,
Are you guys pulling? Sorry, my camera's acting up, so I'm glitching a little bit. But are you guys pulling both hands, or are you just pulling right hand?
just right, I believe.
Yeah, it's just right.
Best of 5.
Yep.
And are you guys meeting at 154?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dope.
Hey,
dope.
I have a question. Do we get to pick our own clothing allowance for that, or is that something Ryan has to pick, or what's up with that? I wonder.
On the Facebook page, it says 3 pounds. So
That's what I was gonna suggest, because like if we can both hit 157, I believe we can trust.
I'm at
the other
158 right now.
Or, yeah, I was like 163 this morning, but still really easy to get to there.
I think as long as the pullers agree on it, and it's not a huge, huge gap, then
Right.
it should be up to you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure. Yeah, I'm excited about watching that, man. That's gonna be an interesting match. I pulled Kevin twice. I've technically never pulled Levi, but he did place ahead of me in Alabama States, and he's got wins that I don't have. So, and he's ranked higher than me. So, it'll be a good match. I'm very excited to see it. Is it gonna be live anywhere?
I have no idea yet.
I'm sure 98% will have it on probably their Facebook and their YouTube, I would imagine.
Okay.
I think they got guys coming out to do all the technical stuff, so it's going to be somewhere. I just don't know where yet.
I got you. Well, dude, that's gonna be a huge tournament. What'd you say, Levi? I'm sorry.
We'll find out where it's going to be at. I'll definitely share that link.
Yeah, please do. We'll share it on our page and stuff. Man, that's gonna be a huge. Are you guys just pulling the super match, or are you guys gonna pull the tournament? Or
I have to leave Saturday. I got a 7-hour drive back, and I don't have Sunday off of work, so I won't be doing the tournament.
I got you.
I'll definitely pull the tournament left-handed for sure.
Yeah.
My girlfriend is coming with me. She's going to pull the tournament right and left as well.
Okay, so you got an up and coming.
Shoot, she's a beast. She might be top 10 in the country right now. Just wait, she's got to get some exposure.
Really? Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good. We need more women. I'm trying to do my part, and we're holding the women round robin in May. So, anything to help grow women arm wrestling. It would be nice to have as many women as there are men. But
hopefully there's a good women's class out there for her.
Yeah, Yeah, we've watched the videos from 217 from last year.
Mhm.
Class, and she doesn't seem to be too impressed. So,
Right.
we'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Last year they had I heard it was the second biggest overall tournament as far as entries go to Michigan State. I
Yeah.
heard 430.
Always a big event.
How many did you say?
I heard it was 439. Yeah, it's a big one.
Pretty big venue.
I don't know. When I went there, it was a decent, kind of like a dance hall, I guess it would be. I don't know where it's being held this year, so I'm sure every year it gets bigger. I'm sure they're going to get a bigger venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at a Sheraton this year. The Sheraton is the host hotel, and they have like the conference room as it. So I've stayed at a Sheraton in Phoenix before, and it was like fine. So I would imagine this would be a pretty good size.
Yeah, it should be nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a, you know, as you know, venues are important, man, and you want to make the pullers comfortable. I mean, I've talked to multiple people, and you know, some people prefer a more tight, more, you know, grouped up, and some like to be comfortable. What do you prefer?
Levi, you want to go?
I kind of like both settings, you know, like different tournaments. There's some kind of down at home tournaments that we go to every year. I'm sure everybody does that are just kind of tradition. I like them both, but personally, I like the more people watching, the better. I like pressure. I tend to perform really well in pressure moments, so the more pressure, the better. I like it.
Yeah. Personally, I like a bigger venue, like a hotel or conference center or arena, I guess.
Yeah.
But to me, those are a little bit more boring. They feel like a conference. If you're in a conference center, it almost feels like you're at a conference.
Yeah.
When you go down, like where your event was held, Lorray, where it's just at a bar, people are up close, yelling, screaming, that's a little bit more exciting. But I guess you got to pick which one you like more, and it just depends where the sport's going too. I think if you want the sport to grow, you have to go to bigger and nicer venues. But if you want to have a local event, have some fun, drink some beer, why not do one at a bar? So either way works.
Yeah, for sure. And that was where I was going with that. You pulled a super match at our event down here, and it was a bar. Everybody was really tied up to the stage.
Mhm.
Not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I had a blast there. It was
The atmosphere was very intense.
yeah.
I liked.
And I get it, you know. I get having the conference room too. You know, when you're, I think there's room for both. I do. I do.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a place for both of them. They're both fun in different ways.
Yeah. So, you know, how have you went about preparing for your match with Levi here over the last? When did it get scheduled?
God, it's
Like
been
September, right? End of September, right after I won.
a few months, so we've known about it for a while.
Okay. So, how have you gone about preparing? Have you done anything specific geared towards Levi, or you know, have you studied film like any of that?
Not really nothing specific towards him. I think we both have kind of a similar style, but I also think, we can both pull out some different tricks and try to finish the match in a different way. The one thing I did change up was I stopped doing like long, hard sessions of table time, and I'm doing more just like best of 5 matches, do a few of those at practice, and then leave. So I'm not slow pulling for 3 hours like I used to do. That just puts too much wear and tear on your arms, and in order to recover those tendons, you gotta recover for a few months. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep the arm healthy, and I think that's going to be my biggest thing coming into the match is I'll be at 100% health wise.
What about you, Levi?
Yeah, quite the opposite of his approach. I've watched every match that he's got on YouTube probably 12 times. I've got about 40 videos screen recorded on my phone. I've very specifically trained specifically for Kevin. I wasn't able to train super hard before first of the year at Texas State. I got a little shoulder impingement, and it took me from the end of September until the end of December to really heal that up where I could come back. I was trying to come back, but as soon as I'd get a little momentum, I would feel like I would set myself back all the way through October, November. That was pretty much the case. So in December, I really took off to completely let it heal. But since 1st of January, yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that's been very specific to this match for sure.
That's good, man. That's good. Yeah, I personally I like watching film, man. I think you learn a lot. You know, you have the ability to slow it down, speed it up, whatever you want to do. When I was growing up, that's what my dad did. You know, he had the VHS tapes, hit and rewind, fast forward over and over and over, and he was a big film guy. So yeah, I like that. Yeah, man, dude. I'm very excited about this match. Very excited. This first time you guys have pulled too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we've never met in person.
Dude, I've met Kevin, man. Kevin's cool, dude. And I've met you. Y'all are gonna get along just fine, man. Just
sure.
fine.
Yeah, I got no animosity with anybody, so
Yeah.
keep a low profile.
I think as competitors, we all need each other. We need each other to
Yeah.
push each other to the best level we can get, and to bring out the best in each other, right?
For sure.
Yeah, man. First impression of Kevin, man, he walks up to me and I'm like, you know, he's just talking to him. I'm like, man, Kevin's a quiet guy, but I already know he's strong, man. He's strong, man. And then same for you, Levi. Same for you. Let me hit these comments real quick. Shane Owens says, "What's up, guys?" He said, "Big Chris with Beast Mode." And then we got Dan. We got Dan Plexman. He says, "Hey guys." So we got 17 guys in here. I wish I knew if my camera was messing up, if I was glitching.
Yeah, you're still flickering like crazy.
I'm fine with that as long as they can hear me. I guess
I don't think the audio is glitching. I think the audio is good. It's just
yeah. I'm not overly worried about the camera, but cool. So Kevin, you know, you've probably had the bigger matches between you and Levi. You know, you've gone overseas. You've pulled in Arm Wars. You pulled in the round robin. Talk about your experience at Arm Wars. You know, not everybody gets to experience that.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely pretty cool. So I actually went over there twice. The first time I went over was the match against Craig Sanders.
Okay.
And I knew Craig was going to be a little bit bigger. I don't know if he walks around in the 180s, and then I think we agreed to pull it like 176 or something. So the biggest I usually am is about 165 to 168. So I tried to get a little bit bigger for Craig, and I think that actually affected me a little bit in the match because generally my endurance is my best factor.
Yeah.
And round one, I was completely blown up. Like, worst pump I've ever had in my life. It was bad. Couldn't close my hand. But I think Craig, he was just as blown up, but I think his positioning was just a lot better than what mine was. So I'm fighting from this ugly position, and he had basically perfect position that he was fighting from. But I mean, the experience in general was awesome. I mean, I'd love to go back as long as, you know, finances and work and everything are good. But yeah, I'd love to go back. It's awesome.
So yeah, that's funny. I remember actually after the round robin, they put it on the TV, and we got to watch your match premiere. That was cool. You know, North America don't really have that Arm Wars or East West. Like, what do we need to do over here to, you know, make something like that happen?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been hearing rumors for the past 2 or 3 years that WAL's coming back.
Yeah.
But I mean, at this point, it's only rumors, and it could come back. I don't know. But then, I mean, we've had the Monster Factory, which is a decent platform for North American bowlers. But really, I mean, we need the big investor to put money up for these matches and you know, either get it on TV or a streaming platform or something, because we definitely need something big in North America to, you know, for professional arm wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, we're obviously doing these round robins, and we got the big event in December, but, you know, it's a different avenue than the super match format. But coming from the promoter's perspective, bro, like, it is like pulling teeth trying to go out here and get sponsors, man. Like,
Oh, for sure.
most of
against the door every day. It's horrible.
Yeah. Well, actually, all of our sponsors are arm wrestlers. Like,
yeah,
you know, and that's the hard part, man, because then you're relying on the people you're trying to please, you know, and
right.
It's hard, man. It really is. But you're right, man. I do enjoy Arm Wars, and you're right about Monster Factory too. That's probably the closest we have. Them and Knuckles Up. Knuckles Up.
Yeah, Knuckles Up has been doing good.
They're legit, and I'm a big fan of theirs too. They support us as well. But yeah, man, I want to see those type of events over here, you know, because yeah, everybody's goal is to get to East West, right? That's like the NFL, you know, that's like the tip top.
Right.
But man, like, we have talent over here, and we should be able to have a product like that over here.
For sure.
Right.
What do you think, Levi?
I agree. I've actually got an offer in May for a Monster Factory match as well. So super match format is going to become something I'm going to do a little more often, I guess.
Awesome.
So, Kevin, you competed in the round robin, and you know, you said it in the beginning that round robin was probably your weakest format, right?
Right.
I mean, it goes against your style, but you still did pretty well. Talk about how that experience was. You know, we have the 76 one coming up in 2 weeks. We did the 98 one. We're steadily trying to improve, and just talk about your experience about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, I think people like watching the round robin. I think as far as the format, people like watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, for me personally, it's not my best format, especially as somebody who gets into long, grueling wars. Going into that next round, I mean, I could be completely burned out.
Yeah.
But whatever. And like that was 11 days after I'd gotten back from Arm Wars.
Yep.
Which could it have made a difference? Yes, no, maybe.
100%.
But, yeah, I mean, I watched what was it, the 198 one?
Yep.
I watched that. I loved it. The 176 one's coming up. I'm going to watch that. I'm sure I'll love that one as well. So, I mean, as far as like a fan or audience member watching it, I think they're awesome.
Yeah. And like, you know, going in, when we first created the 54 one, I was like, okay, this is going to be a good way to get the best guys here and, you know, shake the rankings. Mm-hmm. But going forward, I've changed my stance on that a little bit. I'm more so on the side of this should more so impact the views, right? And the content rather than the rankings, right? Because, again, it's not the best format. You know, you may be burnt in round 2, then you're not getting an accurate result in round 9.
Exactly.
So, in that, and it will change the rankings a little bit, but I think each match needs to have some context, you know? Like, but yeah, I think viewers wise, yeah, I really think round robins might be the format because, you know, if you let's just say you're on ESPN, right? And an average sporting event is what, 2 hours? Well, you can do your super matches, sure. That would be great. But imagine you stick a round robin up there. Now you've developed a fan in this athlete, and you get to watch him go through each round. And, you know, if you put some sort of production with it where you've got like some backstories, right, to cut away during rounds, I feel like if it was in the right hands, that could be a TV product.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm passionate about it, man. Always trying to improve on it, you know. I always have a blast getting together with everybody. I got my butt whooped in the 54, but I had such a great time, man. That was one of the, from promoting and pulling, man, that was one of the best times I've had, honestly.
Right. And it's not very often you get almost every top guy in a weight class together.
Correct. That's the crazy thing.
Right.
I never expected us to be able to do that, and it just came together, and man, it took off.
Yeah, it was like in the old days of arm wrestling, a lot of the top guys showed up to the big tournaments.
Right.
These days, you're not getting top level arm wrestlers showing up at tournaments.
Yes.
I mean, you might get your high level national guys, but you're not getting your Todd Hutchins and Devin Larratt. They're not going to those big tournaments anymore.
Right.
So,
Hey, speaking of that, I saw that Igor Mazarenko is making a comeback.
Yep.
Did you see that on Paul Tiger's channel the other day? They were talking about how he said he's going to be working with Sean Hancock to do some PAO tournaments over here.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm excited to see what Zloty is, I think it might take a couple of years, but I think that could be back to being one of the best, best world level tournaments there is.
It's a big payout to attract the big names like that.
For sure. That kind of brings me to my next point. Like, we got our big December event lined up, right? And it's kind of came together so quick. Guys jump in it that we didn't expect, and obviously the deadline to register is June. So some names could change, but both of you guys are on the list. And I'll just read down the list of the 54 guys, right? And I mean, you got yourself, Levi. Kevin, let's see, Caleb Armbender, Chris Michaels, Michael Hitt, Kalen Gilstrap, Cameron Williamson, Michael Newman, Tony Kaiser, John Hanowski, Dalton Bumgar. It's all the top guys, right? So that is another thing I'm really excited about is that tournament, and it's a different format, obviously.
right.
But man, that's old school to me,
Yeah.
And our original idea was nationals right now. Yes, they serve their purpose. You can go qualify for worlds. That's great, and I support them fully. But in any other sport, if you compete in the national championship, you compete against the best guys, right? You don't have to worry about 3 out of 20 showing up, right?
Right.
So I wanted to see if we could get as many of those top level guys in the same bracket, and man, it's took off. I mean, you've seen Giannis is in the 76.
That's the thing, man. It's a payout. That's the thing. That's what's going to attract top talent.
Yeah, and we're paying out $1,200 for first, $600 for second. I forgot what third and fourth is, but it's not as much as the round robin, but man, the amount of people that jumped in it and the amount of talent, it's incredible. So yeah, I'm excited about that too. But going back to the round robins, we got the 76 one in 2 weeks. Levi, you've already gave us your predictions. You don't have to give us any predictions. But Kevin, what do you think, man? Like, who all's in it? How do you think that's going to shake out? Do you think Cody and Hunter have a shot?
They have a shot, but I'd say Cody and Hunter are going to be probably top 5. Jansen Mullins, he's got to be the favorite.
Well, no. Giannis is in the December event.
Oh, he's in the December one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was my fault.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I don't know then.
Let's see. You got right-handed. You got Cody, Hunter, Eli Sadoff, Austin Tevis, Zach Lee, Cole Casper, Devin Bear. Let me look here. I got the list.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The last time I seen Austin Tevis pull, he looked like a monster.
He did. Even without his hand the last couple of times he's pulled, he looks huge for 176.
He's got to be at the top to be a favorite too.
Dusty Hyatt.
I'm curious to see Dustin Hyatt and Hunter Knobs now, because in Hunter's training footage recently, he looks like he ate the old Hunter. He looks like he's like 175 or 180 right now.
Right.
He's not the same Hunter anymore. What's funny is Cody and Hunter meet round 1. So it's like a rematch of the 54 guys, you know.
Right.
But it's going to be interesting. I mean, left-handed, you got Justin Bishop. I think probably my top 5, no specific order, left-handed would be Bishop, Eli, Fraley, Devin Bear. Probably those 4.
Maybe Giannis.
No, Giannis is in December.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, maybe Cole Casper's been looking super good.
Casper.
Well, Cole's left is a lot better.
I know. Left-handed, he was beating Roman the other day. He's been looking monstrous-handed lately.
I saw that. So, do you know Fraley, Kevin?
No.
Oh, man. He's an old school guy. I mean, he's got wins over Giannis in WAL. Really? You can look that one up.
I'm not too familiar with him.
He's from North Carolina. He's kind of been in and out, but he's a guy, man. He's a guy.
For sure.
Yeah. So what do you got going on, Levi? You know, we've been all talking. So what have you been got going on?
What you mean?
You told us you're training. What do you have planned for after Kevin?
Oh, I have I guess I can say the date, but Michael talked to me in Messenger, said he was going to call me. We're gonna hash out some details. But he talked about mid-May, I think May 17th, doing an undercard event against somebody. But we gotta talk to see who the opponent's gonna be, get it all finalized. But yeah, there's Louisiana State's between Winter Blast and then, but I guess I'm just gonna pull left-handed Louisiana State and do some right-handed stuff with the super matches. So yeah, after that, not sure. I mean, we'll see. I actually had Travis Bajent called me last week asking about another match, April 6th. And I told him I couldn't do it. Just too many planned, too quick. So I got a hold of Cameron Williamson for him and linked him with that. So there's that one there. But yeah, maybe something else going to West Virginia with Travis, or I don't know. I'd be open. If not, I'm really curious about one of the gorillas from Michigan State. I'd like to make my way towards Michigan State, see if I can't win a couple gorillas.
I wanted to go to Michigan State, but we got the 220 round robin planned out in Arizona State, and it's the same day. And I'm like, man, that sucks. But, you know, it's all good. So what do you have planned after Levi, Kevin?
So I got my dog fights. Those are like the super match series that I run up here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
May 4th, I'm trying to get a match for that one. Nothing scheduled yet for me, at least. And then June 22nd, we have another dog fights, and I got David Zaccanini, I think his last name is.
I was so hoping to hear you say that last name. You said Z.
Where's he from?
He's from Pennsylvania or Maryland. I think he trains out near Zach Lee. Mm-hmm. So he's always a tough arm wrestler. I think I'm 2-0 against him or something, but never an easy match against him. I think it'll be a good one.
That dude got some weird looking biceps the way he's torn them both.
Yeah, he does.
Big gap right here.
His biceps are huge, but they're inserted like really high up on the arm.
Yeah, like he's got a huge gap, like a big gap. They're like way up here.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of like yours, yeah.
Mine's just because I got 6-foot arms, but you know.
Right. But yeah, I'm kind of in this rock and a hard place where should I do more matches at 54 or should I do some 176 matches? Because cutting weight 4, 5, 6 times a year is not what I want to do. For the future, I'd rather maybe schedule 2 or 3 really big matches for the year and just cut weight for those. So, like, say it's 2025, I might want to go against a guy like Roman and then a guy against Michael Hitt, you know, big matches. And then I'll take other matches. I just want them to be around 165, 170, though.
I got you. That was actually gonna be my next question. I was gonna ask, like, what are you guys' future plans like for weight? Like, do you plan on staying at 54? Do you want to move up a class? I mean, Kevin, you've been number 1 in the 154s. You know, do you plan on trying to become number 1 in the 76s? Which you said 65, but
yeah, I mean, the problem with becoming 1 at 76 is I'd probably have to get up to like 185.
Yeah.
Because if you look at me next to a 176 guy, their frame is like double my size. Like guys like Tony Katowski can make 176.
Yeah.
So it's just a whole different level between 54 and 76.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's where I'm at right now. I'm just debating. I mean, I'd love to get back to the top of the 154s. Even though I was number one at one time, there's still a few guys on that list that I've never beaten. I've never beaten Dylan Burns. I've never beaten Cody Wood. I think I'm the last guy to beat Hunter Knobs in a match, but now, like you said, he's on a different level, and he might not even be back at 54 anytime soon. So,
Yeah. Hunter's, man, I don't know, man. If he was to win this round robin, like, and become double champion, like, he's already
Before, yeah.
Y'all don't even want to see Facebook if that happens. Like, you already know. Hunter being who he is, man, that's gonna be insane. That's gonna set the whole arm wrestling world on fire.
yeah, for sure.
But man, yeah, I would like to see you and Cody go again, man.
Yeah, because that, whether I was fresh, not fresh at the round robin, I would love to go up against him 100% fresh with a good preparation, maybe 3-4 months in advance, train for him specifically. That would be a really good match, I think.
I got you. Well, I mean, y'all styles match up perfect. I personally feel like maybe Cody's just maybe a little bit more explosive, but I feel like you might be a little bit more sticky, So, man, a fresh for fresh match, that would be great. I'd like to see that, man.
And I would have loved to got the straps with him at the round robin, but I couldn't do it. So
that was a hard event, bro. That was a hard event.
Yeah. And of course, match number 1 was me and Kalen. And me and him can't have an easy match. It's got to be a war every single time. So,
yeah, I got Dylan Burns first match. Yeah, Max me easy.
Sure, for sure.
That was crazy. So yeah, what about you, Levi? Like, do you want to stay at that weight or?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like I give up. You've heard the Conor McGregor interview where he's like, "You're gonna come in here anyway, the same size as me. I rip your whole head off. You gotta have size, reach. You gotta have some attributes." It's the same thing. Like, I'm never gonna be frame size, the size to pull with a lot of those 176 guys. Like, I just give up. I give up so much here and so much length here, and then like width here. Like, there's just so many ways that geometrically it's just not smart. Now the idea of going around and chasing 165 tournaments is not a bad idea to me, especially like if the WAO came back, their lightest class was 165. I'd like to see more 165 stuff. So that's the lightest class we can get,
Yeah.
How tall are you, Levi?
I'm 5'9".
All right, I'm only 5'7", so I mean at the 176s you can get guys that are 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
How does somebody like me compete with that leverage?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
See, that's the problem I'm having. I'm 6'3" at 154, and I'm getting smacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, though, like last year I kept a record of all my wins, all my losses at every tournament. And, like, I had an outstandingly better record in the 176 class because I doubled every tournament. I double classed. But, I didn't beat anybody elite. But
that's because it's so hard to win 154s, man.
It is, bro. I think our class might be
everybody's skilled. At 154, like everybody in the top 15 is just really skilled.
It's insane. Hey, we got a comment from Esteban Leva. Do you know him? He's mentioning your name.
Oh, yeah.
He says, ask Levi how he thinks he can win when Kevin's power stash dominates anything that looks at it. So
that's great. I'm going to have to just come in with the full beard, all good and oiled up and looking nice and straight and see if I can't get the better facial hair day going on that day, I guess.
Change it up, man.
Try to harness as much masculinity from the face as possible, I guess.
Yeah, nothing is more masculine than a nice big mustache.
It's even better that you get rid of your beard. It's like, yeah, boom, like I'm here.
My friend Stevens would agree with you.
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys are pulling right hand. you know, I'm sure your lefts are pretty solid. Like, what are you guys' plans for your opposite arm? Like,
For me,
going forward.
yeah, for me, I don't really have any plans to pull left-handed matches. If something pops up that I like, I'll do it. But I mean, I'm not going to travel somewhere just specifically for a left-handed match. If I got a right-handed match and then somebody wants to do a left-handed match as well, I will. But yeah, I mean, I don't really care about the left too much. And I think that's because when I first started arm wrestling, my left was so much better than my right. So I just had to work my right like double what I was working my left just to get it to catch up. And
Yeah.
now finally my right has surpassed my left. But I mean, there's still some lifts that I do where my left is just way stronger.
Really? Okay.
Actually, I was the exact same way. My left was stronger when I started.
Yep.
It probably took me like a year and a half before my right
Right.
surpassed my left. And my left still does a couple of things better than my right. My right's just more coordinated and better all
Yeah.
over. It's got
It's like
more.
I don't even train my left, and I can just a weight that I'm doing a 1 rep max on with my right, I can just grab it with my left and lift it like it's nothing. I'm like, what the? Like I'm training my right to get this, and then my left just picks it up like nothing. So
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I've trained both arms pretty equally. I've done just in practices, I've done extra stuff and more specific stuff with the right this year. But I train them with weights the same amount. I've had times where I've gone to a tournament and not done well at all, right, but made enough money left to afford to pay for the trip, pay for the hotel, gas, and everything. So
right.
for that reason, my left making some lunch money, I'm gonna bring it along with me. But see, I think the same thing as Kevin. Like I don't have any goal of trying to be top 10 left hand. Like it's along for the ride, and I have some fun matches here and there. But like I don't know if I would travel for a left-handed match. I mean, maybe if it was paid for me, I'd go. But
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's curious. Or that's definitely a majority of people, arm wrestle right hand.
hey, with that being said, though, when you have that left-handed 154 round robin, I definitely still would like to reserve me a spot in it.
Yeah.
Because it's not far behind the right. It's really good.
It's definitely coming. That's in our head, about doing that. We want to see, we're gonna cycle all the way through. We're doing both hands in the 76s. We'll see how that goes. So it's gonna be a long day, but we'll see. It was their idea, so hey. But yeah, we're definitely gonna cycle through. We're gonna do left hand 54. We're gonna go all the way through. We got the women planned after the 76. That's in May. That's going to be huge. You got Merlene, you got Sarah Bachman, you got, all the top women. And then we got the 220s in Arizona State in June. That's Craig, all the top 220s. Craig actually won the 198s to get in the 220s. So, but yeah, we're gonna cycle all the way through. I'm excited about that. We got a comment. Landon Anderson says, "Are either of you guys going to nationals?" I think he's meaning the nationals in April.
Yeah. So nationals, whether it's IFA or WAF, this is just my personal opinion. It's just me, my philosophy. So those tournaments are kind of like a qualifier to go to Worlds. And it's known that Worlds is a tested event. And I am very open with the fact that I am not a natural athlete. So I leave those tournaments to guys who choose to not compete against guys who aren't natural. There's a whole other competitions out there where it's obvious there's no testing. I'll just go pull them. So I just let the whole nationals thing go all together.
I respect that. I respect it. What about you, Kevin?
I might go. It's in Dayton, Ohio, which is 2.5 hours from where I live.
Okay.
So if I go, I might just jump into the 176s. Because I'm not going to cut weight for Levi's match March 22nd, and then a few weeks later cut weight again for nationals. But who knows? I mean, I might pull Levi, and a couple weeks later still might be at 160, and hey, I'll just go to 154. But we'll see. It all depends on how I feel and where my weight is, and
How big are you expecting that nationals to be up there since Arnold's wasn't an arm wrestling event this year? That's going to be probably the biggest thing in Ohio this year is nationals, huh?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I mean, we got a couple big things planned. Well, we had a big thing planned for September, but it ended up getting canceled. So Nationals probably will be one of the biggest events up here in Ohio.
How many 154s you expect to enter that?
I have no idea. I mean, just Ohio 154s, we probably got a good 6 or 7 decent ones. But then you got Kentucky, you got Michigan, you got Indiana. Like, I mean, you got guys like Dan Blanchard, Michael Hitt, who are just an hour or two away. So
Could be 15.
what's that?
Could be 15 in that class then.
Oh, for sure. It'll be a good class.
That's IFA Nationals. Are they doing a different one? Simon Barry Ochoa?
Yeah, he does a different. I'm not sure where his nationals is going to be.
I haven't heard. I don't know of it either. I didn't know if this one was IFA or WAF. I know they both call them
The one in Dayton, Ohio, would be IFA.
Cool.
Would you, if you qualified, would you go to Worlds, Kevin?
I don't think so. When I won nationals, I think it was 2 years ago, I got $1,000 towards the trip, which was nice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I won nationals again and they offered that $1,000, then yeah, I might think about going.
I got you. I don't know if IFA is or not, but I know it might be the other nationals that is doing the.
Yeah, wasn't Bob Brown trying to do something about helping get some sponsors together for that?
I believe so. Yeah.
So that's IFA. Bob Brown sponsored the IFA.
Is that IFA?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so yeah, I think they are doing. If you win, you'll get a voucher for your trip or for your trip.
So maybe I show up, hop into the 54s, and win. You never know.
There you go. Hey, we got another comment from Esteban. He says he wants to know you guys' opinion. Who from America can face Mendagas or Daniel? Daniel P. You know who I'm talking about. How you say his name?
Kopchak.
At 75 kilograms. Since y'all felt Roman Gromov, can he be anywhere top 5 at East West or anywhere else?
I don't think Roman is as hungry as he once was. I don't know that you see like he's going after something like that because you don't even see him like trying to go qualify for East West. I haven't seen him go to a qualifier. So that leads me to wonder, like, is he trying to be the best or is he just kind of having fun with it and he just happens to be
right.
3 at 154?
I know when the Ukrainian war started, I'm pretty sure he had family come over here. So he's got a lot of other priorities other than arm wrestling right now. So
I understand that.
He's definitely got the potential to be. If he was hungry for it, like if somebody else came back and put $10,000 on hammer matches, I'm sure you would see Roman go for it.
Because that's where Roman's at too. Is he does a lot of things for the money. You know, if he knows, hey, I can go there and win $1,000 and come home, he'll be there.
Yeah.
But
I would like to think that that him and Hunter trained up could at least give a good match to those guys. But God, even like Corey Miller couldn't do nothing with Mendagas. Like that level is a whole nother echelon above our best guy.
Did Mendagas pull Justin Bishop or who was that?
Yeah,
that Justin
it was Mendagas, and he won because he had the buckle less times. The buckle mattered. Justin,
I remember that. Yeah, but still, I mean, even with a win over Bishop, however you get it, I mean that's. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think you have to give like Cody or Roman or Hunter. I think you have to give one of those guys somebody over there that's probably like a top 3, 65 or 70 kilo from WAF, and then let them pull that 155 and see. Just because, man, because that's what it looks like. Like it looks like Mendagas and Pekochik could just wipe the floor at 176 over here. You know what I mean? If Corey Miller can go over there and absolutely get brick walled by Pekochik, I mean, you got to think he might could do that to everybody over here. So I think I'd love to see some of our guys at 54 get a chance at some of those guys.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kevin.
Like when Engen Terzi came over here in the 90s and
he
hit every tournament in the United States just to see what he could do. And he basically smashed everybody.
Yep.
Won even 22 classes and shit. Yeah.
Right. It'd be the same thing if Prokopchuk came to the United States and did one tournament every month for a year. He'd probably go undefeated in 2 weight classes at every tournament.
I agree. I would love to see him get a smaller than 75 kilo class though, because even at 75 kilo, like if you think of Alan Zaluev, Perkochik, and Mendogas, I mean, there's three guys right there that we likely don't have anybody at 160 that could test up against.
Right.
Like we need a guy a 65 kilo class where they let us come in heavy.
Yeah.
You got to think about that Arsen Luliev and Brandon Elsesser match. I'm
interested in that.
Arsen's been out a while.
Yeah.
Brandon's hungrier than ever. I mean, what weight are they pulling at?
I think 231. I think they agreed on 105 kilos.
231. I mean, damn, dude. We saw Brandon pull at 187 over there.
But he almost died to make 187.
Yeah, he did. But
he was in that sauna for a long time, I think.
He pulled Robbie at Tennessee State this past year at 210, I think. Or maybe 198. I can't remember exactly.
What was that?
What's that?
For Tennessee State?
Yeah.
It was 198.
198.
Yep.
So
he's getting close to a year since he's pulled a 198 event. I know he beat Craig at Monster Factory. That's when he officially became number one at 198.
Yeah.
After round robin, you did 198. You got to think Craig is the clear number two guy.
Well, I think Brandon's done with the 198 class. He was actually supposed to be in our 220 round robin, but he's had these East-West matches, so he had to pull out, which I get.
Rob Vigent
What's up?
Rob Vigent is still in the 220 round robin, isn't he?
So far, but there are talks where he's about to get a big match, so we may lose him too. But we have a list of like 10 guys that are just waiting, they're worthy, they won't be RVJ, but yeah. But I would like to see a rematch between Brandon and Craig. That would be crazy.
It was crazy the first time. And I remember when they both walked off to get interviewed by Michael, their right arms looked like twice the size of their left. Like they were all pumped up and they had a stick on the other side. Crazy.
Yeah. Let's read these comments here. Yeah, Esteban mentioned Hunter to maybe take a crack at that. Landon says, don't forget about the December Nationals that we got here. Yeah, man, it's gonna be lit, man. Jeremy wants to know, when will the brackets come out for the December event? Jeremy, we're gonna wait. Obviously, the hard deadline is June 1st. So once we get everybody registered and paid up, we'll schedule something for the brackets. I don't want to do the brackets right now when there might be guys that have to pull out, but we'll get there. Let's see. Landon says, love Brandon, but he don't think it'll be close.
I mean, the thing is, we have no idea where Arsen is, right? Like, has anybody seen any tape of him pulling anybody at all the last year? Like, I mean, you got to think there's some muscle memory there and he's still strong, but anybody, you could guess, where is he at?
I personally think the weight, man, that's the thing that's kind of got me like, because Brandon cuts and dominates the 198 210 class. Can he go up to 231 and dominate? I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I hope he does. I'm cheering for Brandon. I love Brandon to death, man. He's cool as hell. Really good friend. We'll see. It's interesting to see these guys go over there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, man. But hey, I know y'all got, another podcast to do tonight, so I won't keep you too long because I don't want y'all staring at the camera all night. But yeah, man, drop your socials, your YouTubes, whatever you want to do. And yeah, just do that and we'll get y'all out of here, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Everything's under Kevin Palko, and YouTube is Kevin Palko Armwrestling. Finally just got over 6,000 subs. So my goal when I first started the YouTube was to, kind of get the 154s out there. Hey, this is what we're all about. And hey, here we are at 6,000 subs. So let's keep it going. If you guys want to check it out, it's Kevin Palko Armwrestling.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
you're welcome for all that watch time this year.
Yeah, right. That's why all my matches are just going up in views.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you're robbing him, Levi.
I got one.
You're robbing him, man. You screen recorded it so he only gets that one view, man.
Right, right.
That's funny. That's funny.
So what? Go ahead, Levi.
What was the question?
No, I was just saying, drop your socials.
Oh, I did.
You
I
can-
actually did it in the comments on the
okay.
Facebook live feed. I went ahead and dropped some links in those comments.
Cool. Well, before we go, how's the match going to go? Make your predictions. Obviously, you're going to take yourself. Give your honest opinion.
I think it's gonna be 3-0 me. I think it's just gonna come down to experience, and I don't know. I just think I'm almost 9 years in the sport. I think Levi's still fairly newer to it, so I think that's what it's mostly going to come down to is the experience, and I just have a lot more hours on the table, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm going 3-0 too. I don't even think it's going to be a war. I'm so ready for this. I'm so specifically, exactly ready. I just executing now. I've done lived the match over 20 times in my head, and I see it going right. So it's just time to go do it.
Well, fellas.
That makes for a good match when both guys think they're going to 3-0 each other. So.
Oh yeah.
Kind of give up a round.
Well, fellas. Before I let y'all go, are y'all pulling the Friday night or are y'all pulling Saturday?
It's right. Main event Friday. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Friday night, and we're the main event.
Man,
Cool.
Event.
Oh man, that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, good luck, man. From 154 to another. Y'all go kill it. Y'all go put on a show. Kevin, you're always a great showman. Levi, you too. Y'all go kill it, man. I'm cheering for both y'all. Definitely be tuned in, and be exciting to see. And then I'll see y'all later on this year.
For sure. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks so much for Lorray for sharing your platform with us, brother. I really appreciate it.
Of course, man.
Sure. Thanks, Lorray. Thanks, Chris.
Yes,
You're very welcome.
We'll see you in a little bit, Levi.
Yeah, that sounds good, buddy.
All right, fellas.
See you guys.
All right, man. That was a good little talk with Kevin and Levi, and yeah, man, they're two of the top 54s in the country, so be good to see them battle it out.
I'd like to see it, firsthand. I'd like to be there, but there's just no way. Got too much on our.
Yeah, man. If y'all don't know, obviously, I mean, you should know. Winter Blast, one of the biggest tournaments in the country. Go check it out. It's hosted by 98% Arm Wrestling and Ryan Grondin. So yeah, hit him up if you don't know about the tournament, and yeah, get up there and check it out. That's I think Kevin said they were second most entries in the United States last year. So yeah, great tournament, man. Great tournament. Very excited about these matches. There's some good matches going on.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good tournaments going on.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about a little bit about the 76 round robin event we got coming up here 2 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
Getting real nervous, getting real excited too. It's just go time now, man. As you can see, Chris is supporting the event shirt. Stand up there and show them, Chris. I'm surprised your shirt's showing up in the green screen.
Oh no, we'll not be showing up. I'm a little bloated today, so I'll lean up there for everyone to see. There you guys go.
And he's got something on the back too.
I'll stand up for that one, I guess. Damn, son. I don't know if you guys can see it or not.
Squat down. Get a little bit closer.
Son of a bitch. Then you got me my ass up on the fucking screen and shit.
There it is. Official event shirt for the 24th annual Tri-State. One of the longest running tournaments. It's kind of being overshadowed by the round robin, but man, the Tri-State is always a great tournament. We always have talent in every class. 24 years running. It's always 200 plus entries. So yeah, man, come up, support that event. You know, they help us, you know, be able to put on these big time events, right? You know, the money's got to come from somewhere. And right now it's coming from my man right here's pockets. And, you know, you can't tell by his belly, but he is doing without food to be able to put on these events. He you know, he's making sacrifices. So
Down to
my
eating
man,
ramen noodles and hot dogs. That's about it.
so come, man, come pull that tournament. Come watch one of the biggest 76 events, you know, ever.
It's always been an awesome event. I've always had fun. You know, I think I've been in the sport for about 9 years. I think 9 or 10, somewhere around in there. You know, and I've never really missed but a couple of years of Tri-State and Tennessee State, and I've always had fun. So everybody come out and support it. You know, it's a great event. Uh, you know, and we aim to please our pullers. So just come on in and check us out.
Yeah, not only that, man, come Friday night, get a hotel room, man. Our host hotel, Holiday Inn and Suites, Oak Ridge. They've hooked us up. They put all the arm wrestlers on one floor. Get you a room, come Friday night, watch the big press conference where, you know, I'm in the group chat. Y'all ain't. Y'all don't know what's been said, but there has been a lot of spicy talk. And I'm telling you, the press conference will be the best one yet. That's all I'm going to say. Get ready for the fireworks to happen. And so yeah, not only the press conference, but we got some decent super matches
Yes.
Friday night too.
Got Tim Lewis and Kevin Wiseman.
Yep.
And then
Damien and Joel, they're going to be pulling.
Cagle, yes.
You know, Damien from North Carolina, Joel from Arkansas.
Yeah.
We also got Hunter Welch. He's going to be pulling, what is his name? Travis Camp from Ohio.
Okay. I think I know who Travis is.
Yeah. He's good. And oh, you are? Gabe said he's watching my episode on YouTube. But yeah, man. Paul Terrell's pulling Colton Kimbrough too. That's going to be
that should be a really good,
interesting match. So yeah, man, come out. Have a good time. Friday night's going to be lit. Come have a beer, you know, a shot, whatever you want to do. Get some food. Watch some good arm wrestling, man. It's gonna be a blast. New venue. For those of you who have been to our tournaments, Ridge Runners is no more. So sadly, pour one out for Ridge Runners. We had some great times there. They always treated us so good. My man Glenn, one of the best owners of a venue that you could ever work with.
Yes, for sure.
I've had tournaments at a lot of venues. You know, you always have different experiences with owners. You know, some are more difficult, some are more willing. Glenn would do anything you asked him to, man. And I'm gonna miss that place for sure. I'm gonna miss that place.
Most definitely.
Seemed like even Kevin, you know, mentioned it, and he had a great time there. Kevin's been everywhere. So, but the new venue, Oki's Bar and Grill, or Oki Sports Grill. Sorry, it's bigger. It's more spaced out. You can see the stage from anywhere. We're selling VIP tables, $100 a piece. I think we still have a few left. The hotel's right across the street, so you can literally.
It is within walking distance.
Yeah.
If you guys decide to partake a little too hard, you guys can crawl back to your hotel rooms. It's going to be great. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome.
Gonna be a good time. Good time. Yeah, that's all I can say about the tournament, man. That's gonna be, 2 weeks. It's gonna come quick. Yeah, got a busy schedule. A busy schedule. After that, we're going to Kentucky. State line collision. It's starting to turn out to be a pretty good tournament. So if you're in Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Virginia, Tennessee, obviously, yeah, get out to that tournament. We're partnering with Steve Pettis. You guys know Steve. He holds some of the biggest, some of the best tournaments. So we're partnering with him, Beast Mode and Steve and Kentucky Arm Wrestling. So yeah. After that, we got the women. We'll do an episode on the women another time probably. But quick rundown, obviously. You see it behind Chris's screen.
Yep.
All the tip top women. Sarah Bachman, Sarah Latona, Merlene, Sarah Ray, Michelle Dugan, they're they're all of them are here, man. After that, we're going to Arizona. We're going to the desert. I've never been. I'm excited.
It's
Partnering
hot.
with Tim Talmadge. Very excited to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the 220 round robin. Big time athletes. I was going to talk about the nationals that we got going on. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail just because we got so much more before that. But, quick rundown. We started at 32 spots. We were going to keep this 32 United States only.
Mm-hmm.
Well, needless to say, that has changed. We filled all 32 spots within 2 weeks. And we have received a lot of interest from other countries. Europe, Asia, Canada, Mexico, So and they're not bum athletes. These are tip top athletes, such as Giannis, such as, John Therian from Canada, and we got some Puerto Ricans coming, and it's opened up that why wouldn't we want to open this up to one of the biggest, most elite events ever, right? So we talked to some pullers, they agreed. So we have now turned this thing into the Great American Bash International Championship. So it is now an international championship, and it's gonna be special. It is. I'm working on more Europeans, trying to open more countries, and hey, who knows, man? This could be our own little mini worlds, right? It's gonna be insane. It's kind of overwhelming thinking about it, but I like the challenge. I've got big dreams, and it seems to me that we have a lot of support.
Yes.
So, yeah, we'll dive deeper in on that. I do want to do an episode where, I've got the notebook full of names. They're all confirmed. I do want to do an episode where I run down every class and kind of, mention some of the tip top dogs and some of the other guys. And, but we'll get there. But yeah, man, arm wrestling world's booming. Beast mode's booming. Get on board if you can. That's all I can say, because I can say, and I know Chris can say, we go all out. We do everything we can. We empty our own pockets to get back to you guys, and that's what it's about. I mentioned earlier that we wanted to build a product in North America. Well, that's what we're trying to do. So, all the support is appreciated.
And we are looking for sponsors,
Yeah. Always looking for sponsors. Don't think that you're sponsoring this event and it's padding our pockets. Not. We give back everything, man. We go home, with the least amount as possible, We make sure we got a good staff. We make sure we got a good venue. We make sure we got good awards. And most importantly, we make sure we got the best talent. And that's all we can say. Edwards Arm Wrestling says, thank you, Larray. Thank you, Chris, for what you are doing for arm wrestling. Yeah, man. It's what we're trying to do, man. We're trying to make arm wrestling better. Not only in the North American region, but hey, just like I said, the world level. Who knows? Maybe one day.
One day.
Beast Mode World Championships. We're already on the verge of that. So, but yeah, if you aren't on the list and you want to be, just hit me up and we'll see if we can get you on there. I do have some spots available. I'm trying to kind of reserve it for international pullers, but hey, if we think you're deserving, we'll get you in there. Yeah, we'll just go from there, man. We have the full, we have the graphics on Beast Mode and my Facebook. So if you're curious to who might be in every class, go check it out. I'll just give you some quick names real quick before we go. Roman Gromov, Cody Wood. Caleb Armbender, Levi Knight, Kevin Palko. That's just the 54s. Then you're looking at the 76s, and you got, Giannis Mullins, Jeff Blair, Hunter Knobs, Dusty Hyatt, Dalton Duncan, Bill Logsdon, Austin Tevis. Then you go to the 98s, and you got, Adam Warzinski, Robbie Russell, Eduardo, Matt King, Brandon Elsesser, Austin Wade, Jeremy Thornton, Steven Logsdon, Luis Alarcon, Craig Toulier, Bob Brown, Joel Hudick, Quinlan. Then you get into the John Therian, Ole, Robbie Karstanek, Body by Robbie. He's going to be in there. Then you look at the 220s, and it's stacked. You got Landon Anderson, you got Craig Soublier, Frank Hurst, Eric Wolf, Sam Fritz, Mike West, Ryan Bellinger, Dave Shea, Alan Ford, Toby Sanchez, Freddie Sanchez, Josh Ellings, Caleb Ricks, Andre Shark. Sheesh, dude. 242s, you're looking at like Troy Brown, who just won Corey Miller's Super 64, Paul Passmore, Pavlo, Rex Forbes, Mega Mike, Paul Hughes, David Terrell's dropping to the 242s, Eric Gerlach, Shane Owens, Ron Bath, Jonathan Breda. The list goes on and on and on. You get in the supers. BJ Fakakis, Corey West, Wayne Withers, Christian Moore, Jerry Carteret, Austin Jaggers, Don Underwood, Chance Shaw, Brad Grundy. Jesus, bro. This is, holy crap. Corey Bresnan. The list goes on and on, guys. It's going to be insane. It's going to be the tournament of the century, and I'm going to make sure of it. Me and Chris will. But yeah, man, again, we'll do another episode deep diving that. Maybe after the round robin. Yeah. So guys, share this, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and do me a favor. If you're watching live, if you watch it later, drop a comment below. Who do you think will win the round robin 176 North American Invitational right hand, and who do you think will win left hand? Would love to hear you guys' input. Thanks again, Levi, for coming on. Thanks again, Kevin, for taking time out of your guys' days to talk with us. And yeah, man, I think we're going to call it a night. Great episode. I had fun. Yep. I continue to talk too much, but it's okay.
It's all right because I don't like talking, so we're good.
Good balance.
That is.
All right, guys.
Great.
Appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Yes.